Daisy, congratulations on the film. Look, I'm a fan of the first book. I've only read the first book, but it's amazing seeing the noise brought to life. I'm super impressed by how that happened. Now, I know you're also a fan of the book series. Can you talk to me about some of the themes that attracted you to the series?
It's one of those funny things that looking back, I think initially I just really enjoyed the script and really enjoyed the books. And now it's like that funny thing of, particularly with people's reactions to it, it's like almost retrospectively, I'm like going over the things that, because like reading it, I wasn't like, oh, this theme. And now I'm like, huh. But ultimately, it's a really fun film that works just as an action adventure. And then also there are all of these like layers underneath of what it means to be male and female in this world, what it means to be separated by communication differences, how one overcomes that. So yeah, there's a lot going on under the guise of something that looks very beautiful and fun.
Now, was it difficult to understand the noise when you were first introduced to the role?
Not so much. I will take credit for how the noise has ended up, because the one thing I said, I'd seen an early cut of it and I was like, it just needs to be more there, because really we're in the pickle we are in Chaos Walking because of the noise. Like it has to be that character in the scene, like it has to be present. But I think, I mean, liken it slightly to social media-ish, but it's different because people choose what they say on social media. But I thought it was like a really fun concept, and particularly something that hasn't been done before. It's so cool to be part of a film that is doing some, like introducing something like that. It's such a fun new element.
Now, Todd and Viola's relationship is really at the center of the story. Can you talk to me about Todd and Viola's friendship and bond?
Well, it was quite interesting because we did the more contentious stuff when we initially shot the film, and then we did additional photography, which was actually incredibly helpful because we just like added more warmth between the two of them. We were really like trying to figure out the right balance between the two of them, because obviously it's fun because they don't get on all the time, but you have to understand why Todd left everything he knows behind to go on this adventure with Viola. So like the kissing scene we did with additional photography, and it's so sweet because it's so embarrassing and it's so uncomfortable, but like everyone's been a teenager that's an adult and you're like, oh, we've all, you know, it's so strangely relatable in this strange way. I think, yeah, their relationship is very sweet.
Now, what was unique about acting opposite Tom Holland that you hadn't experienced with other performers before?
Well, the unique thing about this film was I was acting opposite Tom Holland while Doug Liman shouted at me, because Doug Liman was acting as the noise.
Oh, wow.
And usually sets are very quiet except for the actors. And we would literally be having a conversation like this and Doug would be like, dog, noise, dog, dog, like the whole time. So it was unusual getting to grips with that.
Amazing. Now, you've recently expressed your enthusiasm about the thought of joining the MCU. If you had your choice of an MCU franchise that you think you'd best fit in, what would that be?
Okay, I do want to say that literally one woman asked me one time if I'd heard the rumors about Spider-Woman, and I said, no, what's that? And she goes, oh, something saying Spider-Woman. I said, oh, that sounds great. And now I think people think I've really thrown my hat in the ring. What franchise would I join? I don't know. I mean, really enjoyed WandaVision. Really enjoyed WandaVision. There's such, and because it's so different, and like love how they did the sort of like 80s 90s thing. It's so cool what's being done like across the Marvel universe. I don't know that I could choose one, but it's yeah, it would be cool. I don't know.
Well, look, whatever you do next, I'd love to see it. And this film's great. So, amazing job. Thank you so much, Daisy.